I'm constantly fascinated by wood. I want the tension between something that has got that sort of machined perfection and the wabi-sabi of a wild branch. And I like to make practical things, so shelves, but not in your usual fashion. I like things to be light and sort of improbable the way they stand up. There's that geometry, and it's tight, and it's in its own way. I think it's soothing to us, and it's how we make things to live in and to use and all the rest of that. And yet all the shapes in nature, very few of them are that tightly geometric. And I think that maybe there's just a deeper part of us that feels comfortable with that thing that isn't boxed. I'll be walking in the woods, taking the dogs for a walk, what have you, and there'll be a branch. And the way it grows, it just astounds me, or it speaks to me, or I see something in it. Usually there's some kind of figurative element to it. And it has some kind of motion imbued in it. There's a relationship between you and when you make something, right? I mean, you've got a set of tools. These are tools. You have other tools, and you learn skill with them, and they kind of mediate a conversation between you and that material. I like that, and it's very direct. And the older I get, the more time I like to spend direct, even though I'm still, attracted to the Instagram phone thing for too long. That's a mediated experience where somebody has packaged it and packaged it and packaged it over and over and over again. I think you lose something vital when you don't have direct contact with the world. I'll get an idea. I mean, I started slicing out box elder because the edge of the bark, the wane edge, almost looks like a mountainscape. And here I live in a place where every night I get to watch the sun go behind the mountains. And it took me 3 months to figure out that I was kind of trying to take a photograph with a piece of wood and some fiberglass resin and dye. It's warm, it's unforgiving, and I guess I'm capable of having a conversation with it. It almost seems like making things is a collaborative adventure. It's that piece of wood and bringing it into a form where it communicates something. And to me, maybe the story could be pretty specific, but I think what happens is that communication is almost like therapy. And it's only after the fact that our wonderful rational minds come up with a sort of intellectual analysis of something. And maybe that analysis is true, but maybe it's just defending our dream time. I guess the coda to all of it is to say that, it's like sort of Wendell Berry. If you get your hands in the dirt, there's hope for you. And if you don't, there's not much hope for you. And we're moving quickly into a society where everything is at a remove and abstracted, layer after layer. And I think we lose touch with something elemental about being human when there's too much mediation in what comes to us from our senses. So for me, this is a way of staying in touch with something that's more important than the daily news.